It's Tara. Today I want to talk about the importance of having a positive tribe. And by tribe, I mean the people that are closest to you in your life, the people that are going to support you and encourage you, but also hold you accountable. And how important it is that you have the right people with you for whatever your goals are. So, we all have heard that phrase that we are the average of the handful of people that we spend the most time with. So, the 4 or 5 people that we spend the most time with, we become the average of that in lots of different ways. The thing that makes me cringe about that is the word average. I've never wanted to be the average of anything, but there's been times in my life where that's been quite a sobering fact, where I've looked at the 4 or 5 people that I spend the most time with or that have the most influence in my life, and I have not been happy with being the average of that collective of people. Not that I've had a lot of toxicity in my life, but when I looked at, what that time was filled up with, there was lots of maybe gossip or people that weren't very ambitious or people that were really negative and just not a positive influence in my life. And it's really important that we have people that bring the same kind of passion and energy that we want. So that if we're going to be the average of anything, that we're setting the bar really high to be the average of really the best of what we want and where we want to be and who we want to be in life. And I know that it's easy to say, and a lot of people, a lot of clients that I work with really find this difficult because cutting people out of their lives feels really drastic. There's a concern of how dramatic it's going to be, how much energy it's going to take. And so on the one side, it doesn't need to be so extreme. Some of that just means, being aware of who you're allowing into your bubble, basically, and setting some boundaries around people that are not the kind of people that you want to have really close to you, not the energy that you want to have close to you. The other thing to realize that we really take the shame away from this difficulty or this struggle that some people have with cutting people loose or letting them go is that one of the reasons that we find it difficult can be because a lot of the people that we tend to attract in our adult life is a recapitulation of the experiences and relationships we've had in our early childhood development. And so you might find yourself noticing patterns in your life that reflect different patterns of relationships you've had growing up with your family of origin or with others close to you. Sometimes that's a good thing. If you've had a really healthy family of origin and there's a healthy family system and good dynamics, you're bound to be more comfortable and attract more people and have those people attracted to you that are really healthy, that recapitulate those healthy dynamics. The problem is a lot of people haven't had those experiences, and so what feels comfortable or the people that they feel the most comfortable with and the most easily attached to can be ones that are really negative, that have come from negative family dynamics of codependency, different power dynamics that are unhealthy or even abuse. And so it's really important to acknowledge this concept and how important it is and to set boundaries and goals for the kind of people that you want to collect into your tribe. But also be aware that sometimes that needs some extra work if what you're battling against is those early childhood attachments and experiences and even just your basic attachment style. That's really important to know what it is and where it comes from. So we can do some of that work in session, and then we can include the part about identifying who maybe needs to have some distance in your life. It doesn't have to be black or white where you're tossing people out the door, everybody gets a memo that they're no longer included in your life. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be about some really consistent, subtle, calm boundaries that you make when you're feeling well regulated to keep some distance. And then kind of going beyond that and looking at getting out of your comfort zone and meeting new people, really identifying who you want in your life, who's going to be beneficial, who you want to be the average of. And it's a give and take that, you want to elevate yourself up to a level that's different than where you're at. So if you want to be successful, you want to be surrounding yourself with successful people. If you want to be more positive, you have to surround yourself with more positive people and more positive energy. And we can talk about what that looks like, how you know. One of the best indicators is when you leave a conversation with someone, do you feel amped up, energized, better, happier, positive, or do you feel drawn down? That's just a simple way that your body can tell you kind of what energy you're dealing with. Beyond that, it's always important to know what your patterns are, where that comes from, doing some work on those, but really being aware, who do you want to be the average of? Because if you're queen of the garbage heap, and some of us have been queen of the garbage heap, it's not good enough. It's great to be queen, but your trophy's a little bit tarnished and smelly, and you can do better than that. What you want to do is start off somewhere where you're at the bottom of a much better heap, or at least the middle, and that you're constantly evolving and moving up with a bunch of positive people to support you. Take a look around at who you're spending your time with. Start setting some boundaries around that and start getting out of your comfort zone. If you have toxic family patterns that have set this up for you, let's do some work on that so you can start changing that now. Differentiate yourself now and start creating new patterns for your life. It can change everything. Be bold in this area. I hope you're doing well. Next time. Bye.